Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore. Now in the previous episode we've done a lot of work on our village, and in this episode we're gonna continue that good work. But first, there's something that I've been putting off for quite a while, and today's the day that we finally do it. And that has brought us to the Nether. Now as you might have noticed, I do not yet have a single piece of netherite armor or gear. And the main reason for that is that since the 1.20 update, crafting netherite armor and gear has become a little bit more complicated. Instead of just mining some ancient debris, smelting it down and creating netherite ingots, you now also need a netherite upgrade smithing template. And in order to find one of those, you need to go to a bastion. Now because the Nether is not my favorite place, I have avoided doing that in previous versions of the game, but unfortunately I can no longer avoid it. And I'm sure that was exactly what the developers had in mind. I still can't say that I'm absolutely crazy about the idea, but unfortunately I no longer have a choice. So it's off to find a bastion for me, and hopefully within I will find that all precious netherite upgrade smithing template. Let's go explore the Nether. And I have located a bastion, and this is not going well at all. Oh goodness, that was much closer than I would have liked, but I survived. Let's have some food and then let's go explore this bastion, get our smithing template and get out of here as quick as we possibly can. Now there are some nice goodies in this chest, but I have not found a smithing template just yet, which means we'll have to poke around this bastion a little bit more and see if we can actually locate one. And judging from the amount of piglin brutes that are pouring out of this crevice, I suspect that there's something good behind this wall. Now fortunately I am just out of range for them, so I can take them out easily. And one more to go. And once we've taken care of this guy, we'll cross over and go see what's up there. And there are two chests here. There are some goodies in here, nothing fantastic, but sadly no netherite smithing template, which means either I am doing something wrong or I have been cheated. And since there's a good chance that I'm screwing this up, I might need to do a bit more research. And indeed, I was screwing it up. Apparently there are different kinds of bastions, and I need to find a treasure room bastion, which, judging from the pictures I've seen online, this is. So what I've learned from my research is I need to find the treasure room, which I think is in there, and inside I will find my coveted smithing template. So let's get rid of Mr. Skeleton and let's go see. And Mr. Piglin is in the way, but we've taken care of him and most of his buddies, so let's get in there and see what we're dealing with. Now, if I am correct, down there is where I will find the treasure pile, which means I need to make my way down there without getting killed. And so far so good. We've got about 1 million magma cubes to deal with, but they're not much of a threat. And now that I've taken care of them, I can turn my attention to this, which is what I came for. And inside we have our netherite smithing template. We also have a netherite scrap, some diamonds, and now I have the difficult task of deciding what goes and what stays, because in all my infinite wisdom I came to the Nether without my shulker box. And I've decided that this gold is coming with me. And apparently that is upsetting quite a few piglins. You can hear them getting very angry over there. But as long as I'm on this platform, they can't get to me. So unless they have crossbows, I am quite safe over here. I've built a little wall on the walkway over there, so I can gather up all my treasure with leisure, and then I can get out of here. And we're back home, and I have managed to make a complete hash of my recording. My footage of me crafting my netherite items is lost to the ether. However, I have made some netherite leggings on which I have put Swift Sneak 3. I have my netherite pickaxe with Fortune 3, Mending and Unbreaking 3, and then my netherite axe with Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 3, Silk Touch, and Mending. But that was all the ancient debris I have, and before I can make any more netherite items, I will need to go mining for both ancient debris and diamonds. However, I will do that at a later stage. Right now, it's time to get building. And stage 1, the terraforming, is complete. It might still look a bit rough around the edges, but as soon as we start building and all the blocks fall into place, it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Now we've dug out a massive chunk over there by the temple. We've also done a little bit of work over there on the other side. We're going to have a nice waterfall coming down the mountain over here. We're going to build one more house, and in the center of it all, we're going to build a magnificent garden. But first things first, we have located another one of our idiots who like to fall into holes. We have one of our missing librarians down here, and this is very welcome news indeed. Since the zombie attack, I am extremely short on skilled workforce, and I am very happy indeed to see this guy over here. And I turned my back for a second to fetch him a lectern, and he has managed to disappear once again. I have been looking all over. I can, for the life of me, not locate my librarian. So I think it's time to cut my losses and get back to building. And this little section over here needs to be closed up, and with that done, I can finally start to build my garden, to build my house, and to build my bridge. So, with everything done and ready, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. And everything has been laid out. We have our roads in place. We have our garden all laid out. We have some beautiful fountains coming down the side of the staircase. And right now, we are busy filling them with water. So as you can see, I've already done a little bit of work on this side, but there's still much more to be done. So let's pop some water down there, create an endless water source over there, and then let's get these little fountains spouting. And the one side is filled with water, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. Now it is time to do the same on the other side. So let's grab a bucket of water. Let's move over to the other side. And I think once both sides are filled up with water, this is going to look absolutely brilliant. And it is looking magnificent, which means it is time to carry on with the rest of today's build. And the house is done. The garden is almost done. We've got our waterfall running over here. We're just busy putting in the last of the water. We've done a lot of landscaping as well. And everything so far is turning out beautifully. I think just one or two more buckets needed on this side. And then we'll move on to the garden. And the waterfall is done and it's looking beautiful. Now let's turn our attention to the garden. As you can see, I've placed down some mangrove roots and waterlogged them, and the reason for that is because I want to use some coral instead of flowers. Now the problem with coral is that as soon as you take them out of the water, they die and they become horrible grey monstrosities. However, if you place them adjacent to a water block or a waterlogged block like mangrove roots, they will retain their color and remain looking beautiful. And the result is an absolute explosion of color. Exactly what I wanted down here. This area is looking gorgeous. I've added in a few small custom trees, and I am over the moon with how this has turned out. The garden is looking beautiful. The waterfall is looking majestic, cascading down the side of the mountain. And in addition to that, we have one new house in our village. And if we take a look at everything that we've created today, it is fitting in absolutely perfectly. But now it's time to get busy with the biggest build of the day, and that will be the bridge going across the valley over there. As you can see, we've built the staircase leading up to it, and now it's time to fill all of this empty space over here with a beautiful bridge spanning across the valley, big majestic pillars going up, and eventually we'll probably put a river down here as well. But for now, our main focus is going to be the bridge, which will go from that side to that side. And I think this is going to be a good one. And our bridge is complete and everything is looking magnificent. We've got our new house over here. We've got the fountain and pools flanking the staircase over there, painting a serene picture. And on the other side, we have our magnificent waterfall coming down the mountain, looking absolutely beautiful. We also have our garden over here, and it is absolutely exploding with color. I do believe using the coral here was the best move I could have possibly made. And then finally, we have our bridge, the magnificent structure stretching the breadth of the valley, allowing the river to run underneath it and serving as a gateway to the next phase of our build. And all in all, our village is coming along very, very well indeed. But that, ladies and gents, is all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to see some more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But this is Fungusaurus Rex saying, until next time, beautiful people, stay awesome. Bye-bye.